Hey guys, today I wanted to do something new. I've been thinking of starting a series where I test different creative maps, tycoons, one-shot LTMs, death runs, and I just talk about them, invest some time in them, and let you guys know, are they fun, are they worth the time, and yeah, let's get into it. Today we have Lumberjack Heroes. Now this is one I've been grinding for the past few days with a friend. As you can see, I'm first place by quite a large amount, and I've never seen anyone above me for the longest. Now I wanted to talk about some things about this game and hopefully get you guys to understand it a little better. Now starting off, you have to break this tree, or not break exactly, but just chop on it. And the more money you make, once you get to 1k, you can unlock this next area. Now, you can also use your wood to upgrade your strength levels, which is very useful. As you can see right here, it goes up. This is your strength level and this is your wood, and you could just do this and this over and over and over again. Now after you unlock this area, you no longer want to chop on that tree, as here the trees have HP and they will give you a bonus each time you beat one. So here they have 5k HP, meaning they will give you 5,000 wood each time you break it. Now as you can see, I'm getting a number way higher than 5,000. That's because I've basically beaten the game, aside from ascending all of my strengths, which I am pretty close to, but I don't feel like investing any more time into this. You unlock the next area, the trees have even more HP, so here they give you 1 million each time you break them. Now here is the first boss you will encounter. It has 2000 HP with a 2-minute time limit, as well as some bonus materials which you can use to upgrade your pets as well as your sword. In the boss fight, you'll be transported, you want to have your sword out, and you need to hit a specific timing to make sure that you don't hit in the red and it misses. Here you have skills which you can upgrade from this old man. Critical rate, critical damage, final strike, and multi-critical strike. I have every single one maxed out, so you can already tell what levels they max out at. However, the price for each level exponentially increases each time you purchase one, until you get to the next area, 10 million wood, and here the trees have even more health, being 25 million. Here it's pretty easy to get enough to buy the 1 billion, and then here the trees have 5 billion. However, there's an area a lot of people don't know about, which is that inside this waterfall, there's a secret tunnel and a boss right here. Now, I've already claimed it, however, there should be an egg over here, and once you claim it, you should be able to get a few eggs. It doesn't change no matter what level or prestige you are, so it doesn't matter like what your egg bonus is on or any of that. You'll always get the same amount of eggs, and it'll always guarantee 1 legendary and 3 epics, which is what really matters. As with pets, you can do this. Commons can go from common to rare, uncommons can go from common to epic, rares can go from uncommon to legendary, epics can go from rare to legendary, and then the legendaries can go from epic to legendary. Now, if you want my full thoughts on this, the conversion rate for eggs will be around 10 each for the next level. So this 1 million common would turn into 100k uncommon, and I'd simply recommend just pulling on the blues or the purples if you want a legendary, because the conversion rate is so bad that you can do 10 pulls and it's equal to 1 pull with these. So be careful with how you spend your eggs. I'm just going to give you guys some of the information that I've gathered from playing this game so much, because I know life did, I'm going to be honest. So next you unlock 1 trillion wood. You come here, the trees now have 2.5 trillion, which means they give you 2.5 trillion. If you have a destroyed tree bonus, like from over there, then you'll get more. Same with your pets. Your pets actually have a chance, let me see if I can get it here, right here. Even if you break the tree, they have the chance of hitting the tree again after it dies and giving you the exact same amount of what it's worth. So you basically get double, right? And the higher level you are, the more your pets like do so much more than you. It's not even close. So it's very, very, very useful. So here you have combo strike. Now when I first did this, I didn't buy this for the longest because I thought it was useless. However, it's actually very useful. It increases the multiplier of combo strike 2000%, increases the amount of charges 10, and conserves charged combo to perform multiple combo strikes 4. Now I'll show you why you want to get this. Do this. I'll get it right now. As you see, it goes up 10 each time I hit a tree, and at 100 I will gain the multiplier. Now the reason this is so useful is not because of it doing more damage to the tree, but because it also increases your gather rate by 2000%. So when a pet hits the thing, it'll do 2000% more damage, giving you 2000% more wood, which is huge. It's very useful, especially in the endgame, as it's basically the main thing driving your gain in your currency or wood. Next is the 500 trillion. I was a dumb, I severely messed up and I didn't see this one over here. So I was farming this for like 3 or 4 hours without knowing that I could just come here, and then there's another set of trees over here and I could just do this, right? But anyways, this spot has another boss. As always, you'll see a boss every 1 to 2 areas usually. 25 million health. What matters mostly from the bosses is the eggs and the wood, because these materials will allow you to level up your sword, which you need to level up to be able to fight the next boss. Now here, after unlocking this, you get snow pets. Snow pets are a huge boost from normal common pets, right? This is 50%, 10 strength, 3 crit, and I believe the normal common pet is like 5% gather, 10% strength, 3 crit. Basically, it's a huge exponential increase, right? And so you'll want to get those snow pets if you can. After that is this area. You have to buy it for 5 quintillion. And basically you just farm these trees. There isn't really anything special in this area. This boss took me quite a while, 2 billion health. As you can see, the higher the boss, the more materials you get. You basically just farm this. You have to get to 5 sextillion, and then you get here. Now this area took me the longest, and to be honest, I never thought I'd get to the point where I'd be so broken that I'd break everything here. But again, I know life this so hard. It's disgusting how much time I spent. But here you unlock something else, a new thing. Hit multiple trees. Chain strike, chain distance, chain resilience, and chain bounce. Now, although these are great, I would actually not recommend buying any of these, because the problem is once you get too strong, you do one hit like that and you saw it broke 2. But at the higher levels, it'll break up to like 6. But the problem is you'll only get the egg drops, and your pet won't be able to get in any extra hits. Once you're at this level, your pet is what you're gonna want to hit the trees, because your pet is gonna give you a huge gather bonus, as now you can get the Lannis pets once you unlock this area right here. The Lannis pets are right here, and so the Lannis pets give an even bigger bonus. As you can see, mine are all level 100 except for my legendary, because that's simply just too difficult. However, you can see how big of a bonus they can give. And so here you want to be able to get to the Lannis pets by farming the bosses over and over again. However, now I will mention the biggest part of this game, which is prestiging. Now I would say the first time you want to prestige is obviously after the quest allows you to. I think you need to make it to this area or the area next to it to be able to prestige. But basically prestiging gives you a multiplier bonus. You completely restart, but your gather bonus increases. So it makes restarting so much faster, and you get to the point you already were before significantly quicker. And that's the entire point behind it, right? So now, I just prestiged, so I won't get any bonus. But 9.62 SD, I believe the last time I prestiged, I got like a 1 trillion% bonus. And I can actually show you right here. You right click on this, player stats, and I'm at a 212 trillion% prestige multiply. Now, the amazing thing about prestige is that the numbers aren't linear. They stack on top of each other. I don't know exactly how, but they do, because I remember prestiging for, I think, 69 billion, and I went up like 4 trillion. So they stack on top of each other. And it's very, very useful, very, very useful, especially once you make it to Atlantis and you're at the end game. Those trees take so long to farm, and it takes you so long to be able to upgrade your strength. It's not worth it at all to just sit there and just farm a tree for hours and hours to level up one strength level. You basically just want to spam prestige. However, you also want to make sure that every time you prestige, you get a significant multiplier bonus than you had before, right? So like, if previously, let's say I had a 1 billion prestige multiplier, then I try to go for 5 to 10 billion the next time I prestige, because otherwise it's gonna go a lot slower. And I'd recommend doing this by just getting gold trees, you know, the gold trees, the frenzy, upgrading all of that. It's all very, very nice, and it gives you a huge multiplier at each time you break a tree. But what a lot of people don't know, and after playing a lot of games, public games, I believe I'm the farthest than anyone I've ever seen. If you go here, it's actually better to farm the tree from the beginning than it is to farm the tree in Atlantis, because all your pets are able to hit the tree and give you a bonus, which they can't do if you're insta breaking a tree in the other area, right? However, this is only useful once you've gone so far into the game. This will probably take you like 2-3 days to reach, so don't worry about it too much. Now, next is the prestige. I've already shown you the prestige, however, I haven't shown you the prestige bonuses. Each time you can buy for 20%, you get crystals each time you prestige, and that's what you use to upgrade all of these bonuses. That one goes up by 20%. This one allows you to ascend your strength. As you can see, I'm still haven't maxed out because it's so expensive, but basically you ascend your strength, and each time you upgrade the efficiency increases exponentially. And so it gets to the point like where it is now. For me, on page 4, my strength, you see this is 10 quadrillion and this is 5 trillion. Now you may think this is way better to level up. However, after a few efficiency upgrades on these two, they are better than this one right here. They simply are, and they offer me way more than these three do. I don't even level this one up because it's just not good enough. Next is the egg expertise, which will allow you to increase the drop chance of your eggs, and as well increase the amount of eggs that drop. I've already increased mine to 100k%, as well as automatically pick up eggs, which isn't really that useful. I only recommend picking it up once you have like a ton left over of crystals, and then you should be fine. Next is Pet Mastery. This allows you to increase the amount of pets you can wear at once, and it maxes out at 5. As you can see, I have 5, and the price for them increases exponentially each time you buy one, so be careful. These are the prestige upgrades: optimal strength upgrade indicator, and use crystals to permanently unlock areas. Now, these two, just don't spend your money on them, right? There's no point in using the crystals to permanently unlock them, because it only takes 1 second to unlock an area once you have the wood, and once you get to a high enough prestige to even buy these, it won't even matter. As for the upgrade optimization, it doesn't even like work. It just straight up doesn't work at all. Now, the next thing I want to get into is the sword. I have the highest ranked sword. It's a light green, and I can fight the last boss in the game. I've already beaten it. I'm level legend, and so 552, as you can see, very good stats. However, you'll start off with a common sword. There are 6 levels to the sword, I believe. There's common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, then there's like mythic, and then there's this, which I don't really know what this would even be called. I guess just legend, as the title it gives you when you beat the final boss. So this is the best sword you can get, and each time you level up the sword or evolution it into the next rarity, it increases exponentially. And so you just want to keep upgrading it, as it can also increase your actual stats, right? For example, as you saw in my augments, right here, I have double crit damage and I have final strike. Now, there are variants of crit damage you can get, I believe. There's either 2 or 3 variants depending on the level of your sword. There's a low end, there's a mid end, and then there's a high end. There's also things like crit rate, strength percentage. However, you always want to go for crit damage or crit rate if you're at a lower level, because that's what really matters, and that's what's going to help you kill the bosses faster, as well as give you a bigger bonus when you're farming your trees. Now, the next upgrades are the movement speed upgrades. This gives you a 50% increase in movement speed. However, it does take a little while to get to this one. I think the quadrillions is when you can max this out. Same with the flash jump, which simply allows you to do this twice in the air. If it's at level 1, you can only do it once like this. And it's still very, very good. Now, for the rest stop, this is garbage. Straight up garbage. Do not level this up. All it does is give you a 40 to 50% gather multiplier when you sit here. However, it's so useless. You could sit here for like an hour and then farm a tree for like 2 seconds, and you already make more money than you did sitting here. So this is just a waste of time. Don't even consider it. I had to edit this in because I forgot about it, but basically you can upgrade your golden tree as well. You can increase the multiplier frenzy, which is the multiplier of what you get. You can increase the duration it lasts for, and also you can upgrade the amount of golden trees you can have at once. So basically there's a timer on the golden tree. If you're a beginner, it won't restart after 1. However, the more you have it upgraded, the more they stack. I have it maxed, so I can have 4 gold trees at once at max. Here you can see you can choose either 800% gather rate frenzy or 100% egg drop rate. Now this one, unfortunately, you cannot upgrade. I hope they change that in the future. However, this is available for all levels at any gold frenzy. Now that is my brief summary of this Tycoon. In my opinion, it is the most fun Tycoon so far that I've played, simply because you don't really run out of things to do. You're constantly leveling up, constantly doing pets, constantly leveling up your sword, doing prestiges, leveling up your strength. I mean, I've spent 3 to 4 days on this game with probably like 42 hours of playtime, and I still haven't even gone all the way to the max strength with the max prestige. I will say, if you play this, don't rush it like I do. The main reason why I've even made it this far, played it this much, and grinded all the way here is because I was playing with a friend, and while we got competitive and when we started challenging each other every day to see who could get ahead of the other. I obviously won. I think I'm like 2 numbers ahead of him. I'm at SD and he's at NO or DU, something like that. I mean, we've basically already beaten the game. He still hasn't beaten the final boss, but I have, so I'm basically done with this Tycoon now until they add the next area. Always keep in mind that these things are being updated, and in the next update, supposedly, there's going to be a new area that I will probably be playing. Now, I will say, and I will recommend this, right? For this boss, you can level up your sword normally. However, if you don't want to spend like an entire day, an entire 2 days grinding again to beat the next boss, simply don't do this guy. And instead, I'd recommend you wait for the next area to come out, as there will probably be a new set of pets, as that's how it's been for every area so far. and they will have another exponential increase in stats that'll help you be able to beat this boss a lot easier and a lot quicker. For example, I had to get the highest level sword, and even then I couldn't even come close to killing this guy because he has 150 quadrillion HP. The only reason I could beat him was because, as you saw, I had crit damage augments. However, those crit damage augments took me an entire day of grinding eggs. And so, this is why I recommend you simply just stay away from grinding for this boss fight unless you truly want to be the best and the strongest. Otherwise, it's not worth it at all. Now that's all I have for you guys for today. I hope to make this into a series, as I said before, because, well, this is fun. While I do love grinding, trying to get better and improving at the game, sometimes I just want to relax, chill back, and play something for fun. Let me know what you guys thought of the video, and peace.